Good evening, Hazel. Good evening, everybody at home, and welcome to our live reaction to what can only be described as an incredible World Championship final. 17 days has gone by like that. It's crazy to say that we're at the end of another World Championship. We are going to do a full review of that tomorrow, but today is all about the final, and in particular a brand new World Champion. But it's not just me, Joe, that is doing this. I'm also joined by a lean, mean potting machine. It's Tom Mayhew.
And that lean, mean potting machine, Joe, is the new snooker world champion. Hopefully that's not a spoiler to anyone who's watching at home. Like, hopefully we've not ruined it. But what an absolute final for the ages. Like the first decider in a final since 2002. And so it's the first, I'm sure it's the first deciding final I've seen in the World Championship. I don't think I was quite watching every year back then. So,
well, it definitely is for me. I was too young. I was about 5 when, well, I was 4.5 when Ebden and Hendry battled out the last one. So I was buzzing when it went 17 all.
Do you know, I was. Well, me, my mum, and my grandpa were all massively cheering on Wu, so I was really, really happy with the results, and I was really, really happy that it was so close. Like, it was incredible to watch. So much drama, so much back and forth, and you know, he'd win one, Murphy'd win one. So much of that going on, which I've never really seen again in a final that's been so much, literally 1-1, 2-2, 3-3. Absolutely unbelievable, really. And I just mean, what a whole match, what a tournament. Like, I think it's definitely been one of the best in a definitely. I know there is recency bias, but I do think I can't remember enjoying the World Championship as much as this recently.
Yeah, I think my other half was talking about this as well. She seemed to think there'd been a lot of deciders this year, and that actually hasn't. I think there'd only been 4, maybe 5 in the whole tournament now, which is crazy. But it feels like there has been, because there's been a lot of close matches, and I think probably a lot of that is down to the fact that 15 of the top 16 got through that first round. When you've got the top players playing for the biggest prize, it produces. We see that at the Masters pretty much every year. You know, you don't really have a bad Masters tournament because it's the top 16 taking each other on. And I guess you do get weaker years when you see the likes of Kyron Wilson being the only seed through to the semi-final in 24. That obviously has an element to play. I think the brand of snooker of the 2 finalists definitely helps. Obviously, it is a recency bias. We've just had an incredible final. We had 2 incredible semi-finals as well. But it would have been a very, very different match had it been the Wizard of Wishaw, John Higgins, up against Mark Allen. You know, we could have probably still been playing right now had those 2 been on the bays. And yeah, maybe we'd have been thinking it wasn't such a great final. I think it's the brand of snooker and the fact that all the top players got through.
And also, I think that's just part of what makes Yize's victory so magical, is that he was 1 ball away from being out in the semi-finals. You know, not only was it, oh my God, I can't believe Mark Allen's missed out on a final by 1 ball, but he was 1 ball away from not being in it, from Wu being, the guy who lost in the semi-final. I think I might have did I just call him C?
I didn't notice that.
I don't think I did. But in my head, I think I was thinking of C, because you said, it was good to see all of the most of the top 16. And I was going to make a reference to, well, we didn't see C. And now that's in my head, and I'm overthinking what I've said. But Wu, incredible, really, because, you know, 1 ball away from being out of the World Championship. Literally that black that I mean, it's worth rewatching that black for so many reasons. Like, literally the bit where the referee's taking off his gloves and all the people in the background going, oh, Oh, and Banksy's there reacting, going, "Oh my god!" In the background, apparently you can see him. I did call him C. Oh, for God's sake! Now I look like an absolute moron just because I was confused by trying to make a pun. This is the lesson, people. Do not try and make a pun at 11:15 when you're full of adrenaline from an incredible day of snooker. That is today's lesson.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a tale of blacks recently, hasn't it? Because, of course, John Higgins missed an easy black that allowed Shaun Murphy to get back in. And then, of course, Shaun went on to win the match against John there. Mark Allen missed the black against Wu, and Wu got back into it, managed to win the deciding frame. And well, Shaun Murphy managed to force a decider because Wu missed an easy black in frame 34. So quite unbelievable, really, that it all came down to that. And even in the decider, Shaun Murphy was in first, and then he cannoned the black towards the cushion. I think he should have went for the brown. Go with that attacking instinct. His long potting had been brilliant all night. If he knocks that brown in, then who knows? He could have built a nice lead in that frame. As it happened, played safe. Wu played an excellent safety. Then Wu got away with one, hampering Shaun in front of the yellow. Shaun had to play a very tricky shot, but the bottle that Wu was shown at the end there was unbelievable. And honestly, fair play to him. He did it in one visit and very nearly won it with a century in the deciding frame, which would have been just the cherry on top of the icing of the cake, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there can't be too many deciders that have been won with a century. So to have done that in the final would have been pretty astonishing, really. And we've got so many comments. People seem very excited. Dan Dart saying "woo," and also he says, "Have you seen the photo of Wu having a ciggy outside the Crucible during the mid-session?"
I've just seen that, yeah. Who smokes cigarettes in 2026? And B, who does it 3 frames away from victory? Crazy.
Well, apparently Banksy the other day was outside having a cigarette next to Wu Yize's dad. So there we go. I think we need to get Banksy on as a guest to get all this insider information of all those things. I can only imagine the reason that Wu is a 22-year-old that smokes is probably because he grew up watching replays and videos of the Embassy Snooker World Championship, and it's just made him go, "Oh, I want to be like them. I want to do that."
Maybe all he smokes is Embassies. Who knows? Maybe that was his lucky charm.
The number of 10-year-old snooker players nowadays, Joe, who are obsessed with kazoo, they just won't stop talking about it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I have got a few students at school that have kazoos. So, perhaps it is. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a very close match, wasn't it? The biggest difference between them was that 10-7 last night. Of course, Shaun was very, very close to making it 9-8. But Wu, again, just a brilliant clearance in that frame. 17 always seems to be a very pivotal frame 17 of the final, and the amount of finals that have gone 10-7 is crazy since they reintroduced the 9-frame night session in 2011. I mean, this afternoon Shaun won 5 in a row to lead 12-10. Wu was all over the place. Perhaps Shaun will think maybe that was his chance if he'd gone in 14-11 up tonight. Maybe even 13-12 himself. Maybe he could have held on. He was sort of always chasing tonight, wasn't he?
He was, and I think they said Shaun had never been ahead in that final session, and that could have made the difference. If he ever got one frame ahead, it would have really put the pressure on Wu. But whereas Wu just kept kind of going ahead, getting caught, and then eventually he got over the line. But of course, Joe, I mean, you haven't actually spoken yet about your trip to the final yesterday. There was all sorts of drama. Did you see anything about the 2 people who got chucked out? Were they near you?
Well, so there was one in the afternoon session, wasn't there, with the the protester sort of jumping over the barriers to bang on about the TV license. Turns out that was some sort of OnlyFans person, I think.
Really?
Is what I've seen online. Looking for that little bit of promotion. I think the plan was to take the clothes off, but Rob Spencer got in there a bit quick.
That promotion from all those people who are really turned on by the idea of not having a TV license. That's what really gets them going.
Indeed. Yeah. So yeah. Watched a lot of that from the sort of big screen that they've got in Tudor Square, and then the evening session. I mean, the amount of times that Rob Spencer and Rob Walker talked about phones. There was a number of phones that went off in the session. One person did get chucked out, and it was at bang on 9 o'clock. An alarm went off, and I guess it's an honest mistake, because alarms sort of supersede silent mode on phones. I think ultimately what we need to get back to probably is just a full blanket switch off your phone, not just move it onto silent. The irony was there was a guy in front of us on WhatsApp, and the person texting him, I could see, was asking, was it you that was kicked out? And he went, no. It's just not good enough, though, all these people that have their phones on, even though he was WhatsApping literally 5 seconds after somebody got kicked out about that. So, yeah. But, I mean, it was a brilliant day, brilliant atmosphere. I did get a video of the Smurf 360 down the stairs as well, so I'll upload that onto the channel over the next few days.
Yes, please.
But yeah, absolutely brilliant bucket list stuff. Can't wait to do it again next year.
Yeah, I can't believe you're going 2 years in a row, Joe, to the final. It is.
I know.
You're going to make all of our listeners very jealous.
Well, probably not all of them, because there's some guy that's been in a luminous shirt in the crowd, and he was at all 4 sessions of the final. I don't quite know how he managed to get tickets for all 4, because it's so difficult. When I'm sat there, even with this super priority booking, I still had to, be very quick to get in to get 1 session to the final, never mind all 4. Especially because he's not sat in the front row. Like, you can probably get a front row seat 2 weeks before the final, because nobody really wants to spend £400, or in the final, I think it's £850 for that front row seat. So,
that's why those seats end up going to the likes of David Seaman and
Chris Wokes and Monty Panesar. A very strange array of sportsmen. But yeah, I mean, somebody said the ejections were probably staged. Absolutely not. That guy was absolutely gutted. He couldn't be more trying to cover the fact his alarm went off, but the people around him dobbed him in. So, yeah, that was him gone.
And also, the one of the woman definitely wasn't staged, because you didn't see a single bit of her on camera. Like, if they wanted to stage it, then they would have had that. But literally, Rob Spencer got in the way before she even managed to get near the table. So
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not staged, because there was a good few times where Murphy in particular was put off in the final, and looking back, maybe that made all the difference actually when it came down to one frame. He was put off 3 or 4 times by a phone, but hey, there you go. It is what it is. We got to see a decider, which was incredible. It didn't quite go to the blue like you thought it might, Tom, but you got the scoreline right.
Hey, I'm absolutely ecstatic. I'm so, both for me, for Woo, and of course for Mr. Paul Banksy Banks, who has won the Crucible contest on eventprediction.com.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, we're gonna really delve deep into predictions tomorrow, and we're gonna see who's won out of me and Tom. But a massive round of applause for Banksy, because to win that contest is incredible. But I did actually have a little look on his Crucible contest sort of predictions, and he was pretty much spot on all the way through. It was amazing. I think he got at least 3 of the 4 semi-finalists, if not all 4. So that's incredibly impressive. So massive well done, Banksy. And if only there was a monetary prize. I just hope for Banksy's sake that he also did what we did and did it on the WST website, because the winner of that contest wins VIP final tickets next year. He's shaking his head, Tom.
No, he didn't. He's already told me he's gutted that he didn't.
Oh, well, Banksy. I think another missed black. What can we say? What can we say?
But do you know what? Eventprediction.com, I looked it up, and I think they've been doing that, predicting the Crucible every year for something like, is it 25 or 30 years? And like over 1,000 people enter it each year. So that's got real virtual history. Like over half of the World Championships at the Crucible have been predicted on that website. And then for Banksy to win the prediction, I think in terms of proper like kudos, and that's he's an online prediction world champion. He should be there in the event prediction Hall of Fame.
Well, the thing is now, can he break the Crucible contest curse? That's the big question on everybody's lips, isn't it? And for the 4th consecutive year, Tom, we're going to go into next year's World Championship, the centenary year of the World Championship, the 50th year of it being at the Crucible. Wow, another Crucible curse defense. Yize, can he do it? I don't see any reason why not. It is. It's the first time we've had 4 new world champions in a row. Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, there's always a curse, as Niall says. That's indeed true. There is always a curse, and I'm sure there'll be more curses. All he's got to do is avoid beating Ding Junhui. He's got to avoid winning the Tour Championship next year, and he's got every chance.
I was thinking when it went to the decider, considering Murphy had beaten Zhao Gudong and then Xing Tong, I was thinking if Murphy wins this, he's going to be like the least popular snooker player in China. They'll hate him.
And also in China, they'll all be calling it the Murphy curse, won't they? You know,
the Smurf 360 curse.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, we've got a few predictions here saying Chang Bing Yu to win it next year. I mean, that's a pretty crazy prediction, Rob. I think some people would agree. I think it'll be back to the Brits next year. I think they'll bounce back. Wouldn't be too surprised if it wasn't one of the class of '92 or Selby back for another tilt at the title next year. I think the likes of Ronnie and Higgins were very unlucky where they were in the draw. You know, had they both sort of progressed through, I think one of them could have really went on to do, but it took a lot out of the tank of John Higgins in round 2, I think. But who knows? Who knows?
And also, I think
Ronnie might have to qualify next year.
I don't think he will. I think they'd let him in either way. they always will go, oh no, Ronnie does have to be there, it's fine. Huh. But I think also it's worth remembering that Wu probably had quite a comfortable, relatively comfortable first few matches. It wasn't like Murphy, you had to really scrape past Lei Pei Fan, so who's to say that might have helped him in the long run?
Yeah, 10-2 in that first round. Obviously, Murphy had the session to spare against Gudong. So I guess they both got a fairly easy victory in there, but Murphy had a tough old run to the final. As did Wu in the end, having to beat Mark Allen. But I suppose you look at Hossein Vafai in the quarters instead of Judd. In the second round, Selby, incredibly difficult match. But yeah, maybe you could say he didn't beat Mark Allen. Mark Allen beat himself. So, I mean, he must be a penny for his thoughts right now, hey?
That shows the fine margins, and I think that shows why the World Snooker Championship is so exciting, because it does feel like there are so many different players who could win it. Like, I mean, it's not even just a case of, the top 16 can win it. Really, there's players who don't even qualify, who, if they qualified, they'd have a shot. Like Brassel, like
Bingham, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many really strong players who would have a shot if they get there. And I mean, it's incredible to have the second youngest ever world champion. I don't know if anyone will ever beat Hendry's record. This feels like the closest we might get.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how young Chang Pingyu is, if I'm honest. You could tell me he's 30.
No, I think he might be. He's early 20s, but he was one of the players who was banned for a bit, so he definitely can't be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He must be like 22, 23, so I don't think he's young enough to break the record. Of course, Stan Moody, Liam Pullen.
I think Liam Pullen is maybe going to be too old next year, because I don't think he's a teenager.
Is he 20 then, I think?
Yeah. So he'll be too old next year. Stan will be 20 next year, so that'll be his last chance to become youngest world champion. Can't see it, if I'm honest. But there might be somebody that comes through Q School who's absolutely amazing, that nobody's seen. It could be Shaun Liu. Imagine that if he's the next Chinese champion.
I don't think I could cope with the next snooker rivalry being Shaun Liu against Stan Moody, because it'd feel like too many Shaun Murphys, and that would terrify me.
Shaun Liu and Shaun Murphy in the final. Yes, that would be brilliant. Too many Smurf 360s going on.
Someone's just who said there was a lack of Mr. Tickle Arms Rob Walker at the end. There was a lack of Mr. Tickle Arms.
Yeah, it was. It was lovely to see Hazel doing the interview. Always a professional with it, I think, and obviously we had the interpreter as well there. I mean, what a job he did, considering he was in front of the Crucible audience. That must have been a strange feeling for him to have to do that. But bless him, Wu, really nice lad. And yeah, just really happy for him. He was the standout player of the whole tournament. Obviously, Shaun was as well, a standout player, but Shaun could have quite easily been out in the first round, and we might not have even been talking about it. So, massive, well done to Wu, and yeah, obviously, speaking wider, we will be back tomorrow, or we'll be recording tomorrow. It'll be Wednesday morning. Our big World Championship review will go out. We'll look at all of the predictions that we did and sort of talk about our highlights of the championship. And then looking forward, we've got the big 100 coming up, haven't we, Tom? That's going to be exciting. Still haven't fully decided on what we're doing for that yet. Got the seniors starting on Wednesday, so I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about the seniors over the weekend, and then Q School, and we've got to do our annual Q School preview, so there's still plenty of snooker for us to get our teeth into over the next few weeks, even though the snooker has sadly ended for one more year in a World Championship sense.
I just think the timing of the seniors is bizarre, but is Ronnie going to turn up? I presume he will do, because he's good mates with that lot, so I presume he actually will play there.
He'll be getting a hefty appearance fee. I mean, what was really interesting yesterday, walking around Sheffield, certainly around the sort of Tudor Square area, there was lots of guys standing around with big sort of advertisement boards on their back of Pluto TV with Ronnie's face on it, which I didn't see the previous weekend. So there's been a real push of, lots of there was about 5 of them in the Winter Gardens. There was, a good 10 of them in Tudor Square just standing around with big advertisement of Pluto TV on the back. So, but I presume Ronnie will turn up. Whether Ronnie will win it or not, I don't know. I think Bingham's got a great shout. The likes of Joe Perry, Matthew Stevens. Obviously, Mark Williams was going to be a big rival. I think Ronnie... The trouble with Ronnie is I don't think he'll really get up for it, which makes him vulnerable.
It'll be intriguing because he was up for the John Virgo Trophy, which was
but
again.
He was playing class of '92 players, wasn't he? He wasn't great against Hendry. He was brilliant against Higgins.
But he knew he didn't have to be great against Hendry. I think that might be the difference. I dare say, would there be almost a sense of, I don't want to humiliate Hendry because it feels unfair? Because he's not even on tour anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like,
possibly, could well be. Whether you'll want to humiliate Ken Doherty and Jimmy White and whoever he plays, Gerard Green. Ronnie's huge favourite, but I wouldn't be too surprised if he lost, because that's just Ronnie these days. He's very unpredictable. But I'm looking forward to it, nonetheless. It's going to be on Channel 5. There's going to be a 2-table setup for the first time in the seniors event, and there's not going to be a divide and wall. And there's still tickets available. I think about £17 you can get a ticket to go and see the seniors at the Crucible. So if you missed out on the World Championship proper, you can see some pretty big players.
Why are we not going, Joe? We should be going.
Well, we still can.
Well, let's
we
go.
Absolutely still can.
Go to see.
Yeah, it's quite amazing, really, and I'm sure we'll enjoy watching it. We've got the likes of Tony Drago playing in it as well. Always enjoy watching him. So that's pretty much our seniors preview done, isn't it, Tom? So job done there. Rob will be presenting it. I'm no doubt about, or at least emceeing it. No doubt about that. So yeah, Tom, shall we do a quick quiz, Wakeling, to finish things off?
Let's do a quick quiz, Wakeling. Why not? And Bingham is in the seniors because he's going to win it. I've got a feeling. I don't know why, but I always believe in Bingham.
Well, he has been lurking around Sheffield for multiple weeks, so he'll be ready for it. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, bless him.
So,
him and his hot tubs.
Quiz Wakeling this week, or this episode, sorry, Tom is going to be quizzing me on potluck, which I don't know what that is, but we will see. We'll go in sequence: red colour, red, so on and so on. 3 misses and I'm out. Record score at the moment is 34 for Tom on nicknames. So let's see what happens.
Good to see.
I've got rid of the chat. So
get rid of the chat. I mean, at the moment, all you'd be missing is Robbie saying, "Is it a monster?" No, it's Chris Wakeling. So it doesn't really help you, but it's nice to see.
It's lovely to see that. Oh, and by the way, Tom, just before we get into it, I think Dennis said at least 6 or 7 times, I tell you what, these pockets are tight, which was brilliant. It felt like my life's work was complete. And also where I was sat, I don't know if you were watching the very start of the evening session last night, where Hazel sort of was stood at the top of the auditorium with the trophy right next to her. She was 2 meters to my left doing that.
Wow.
2 meters to my left. So I got a selfie with Hazel. She didn't know about it, but I did.
Close for you to laughing every time Dennis said the pockets were tight.
A couple of times. Tell you what, these pockets are tight.
Just Rob
Hazel.
Spencer going, excuse me, can people stop laughing at Dennis saying the pockets are tight? Thank you.
Yeah, that was in the unseen snooker extra bits.
Right, here we go then. Potluck. We don't really know how this works, but we'll see. So, true or false, Joe? Snooker was invented in India.
True.
That is true, yes. Do you know that because John Virgo says it in one of the snooker videos? Yes, same,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. And because I knew the Indian Open was like snooker going home, you know. But I knew it before that because of John Virgo, of course. Let's go blue.
Blue, okay, here we go. Oh my god. Actually, no, I think I know this. Who commissioned Pot Black when they were controller of the BBC?
David Attenborough.
Was it him or was it Richard Attenborough?
No, it was David.
Sir David Attenborough. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And he's going to turn a century later this week.
Yeah, turn up for David Attenborough.
I really hope when the king sends him a card, he writes "turn up" on it. That'd be nice.
Virgo for king. Oh, we're back to red, aren't we? Yeah, go on.
Snooker was formed from changing the rules of existing cue sports.
False.
It's true, Joe. It's true.
Yeah.
I imagine billiards was probably first, and maybe it was like a jump off from that.
Well,
possibly.
yeah. I didn't know whether. I knew there was something to do with it, with something on a lawn at some point. So didn't know whether snooker itself came from a lawn game, but there you go.
So never true or false. Snooker has been represented in the Olympic Games.
That's false.
That is false. That's 7 points, Joe.
Mm-hmm. Let's go brown.
Brown. Okay. Who was the BBC's main snooker presenter until his retirement in 2000?
David Fine.
Correct.
Very good. 11.
11. Oh, for God's sake. The maximum break in snooker is 140.
Well, false.
Why is that even a question? 12.
Let's go pink.
Which presenter who hosted World of Sport was ITV's main face of snooker in the 1980s?
Oh. Is his name is it Dickie Davis? Is that his name?
Correct, yes.
Hey. 18. I couldn't get Dickie Bird out of my head.
How is there two sports
The
people
umpire.
called Dickie? We need to bring that back.
I'm Davis. I mean, come on.
Is there any Richards in snooker?
Not yet.
We need one. Right, okay,
Yeah.
so I think you're on 18 now.
Oh, Dick Pipe, of course.
Of course, Dickie Pipe, yeah.
Back to red, isn't it? 18.
The first World Championship was staged in the 1920s.
True.
Correct. What colour?
Go on, let's try a black. Got two lives, so
You've got
let's...
lucky punk. What was John Smith's profession before becoming a referee?
John Smith.
What was John Smith's profession before becoming a referee,
Well,
Joe?
pulling pints probably, but I mean, most of them seem to be policemen, so I'm going to go for policeman.
No, he was a driver on the London Underground. Oh, you should have got that, Joe. You should have got that. They're all shouting it at home, mate.
Never even heard of John Smith.
Well, there we go. So that's your second miss, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Joe and Fred Davis were brothers.
True.
Yes, that's true. Everybody knows that one. What colour, please?
Let's go brown again.
So what's your score? Was that 19?
20 now, I think.
20.
Yeah.
What is the name of the influential snooker magazine edited for 51 years by Clive Everton?
Snooker Scene.
Correct. Congratulations, Joe. That is right. Snooker Scene, which I've never really read. I've got loads of editions of them because I bought them a while back, thinking they'll be interesting for the podcast, and I've just never got around to looking through them.
24.
Steve Davis is a nephew of Joe Davis.
False.
No, it's true. It's not his fault.
We're not having this again, Tom.
If that was a family dynasty, can you imagine that?
Imagine if that was true and nobody knew it except this book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colour. Let's go for... So what's that? 25 now. Let's go for another brown.
25. Which BBC commentator also manufactured Dennis Taylor's famous glasses?
Oh, I think that might have been Jack Carnham.
Hold on, where is this? Wait, what? I need to put on my own Dennis Taylor glasses. I can't believe you've got that right.
Hey!
How do you know that?
If something in the back of my mind, it just triggered that. Yeah. But, you know, he's up there. He's up there. Wagging his finger. I just seem to remember a story of him saying that. Right, anyway, so what's that? 29 now.
And you're on the 8th thread, Joe. The 8th thread. For many years, snooker was broadcast on television in black and white.
Well, I guess that must be true because everything would have been at the time that snooker was coming out. I know it was on colour television. That was why it was a thing, but it was also broadcast in black and white, which is why there's the famous Ted Lowe quote of, for those of you watching in black and white, the green is next to the pink or something like that.
Yeah, that's true, correct.
So that's 30 now.
30, yeah.
Right, I think I'm going to have to go blue, because if I go blue, that's the record. So I'm going to go for broke here and go blue.
Rolf Kalb was a long-time commentator for Eurosport. In which country?
Germany.
Correct. That's irritating.
Yay! Because he does the MCing at the German Masters. I believe, anyway. Right.
35.
Come on.
All right, Leanne Wembo.
Come on. Come on.
Eamon Holmes once presented coverage of the World Championship on the BBC.
I think that's true.
Mm. 9. It is true. 36. Oh, this is irritating.
Oof. Right, let's go back to the Browns, see if we can break 40.
No.
He knows I know it as well, doesn't he?
I wish I didn't have to do these in order, but I have to. I mean, I think you. Well, I don't even know which one you'd be less likely to know, but I have to do it. Which snooker player was also known as the Grinder?
That's Cliff Thorburn.
Correct. 40.
Mm.
You're on the 10th red ball here, Joe. The first World Championship was held outdoors.
Mm. I'm going to go false.
That's correct. Of course it's correct. Why would snooker be outdoors?
Yeah, but it was one of those where it's too stupid for somebody to make it up. But, yeah. So what we on now? What's that? 41.
41.
Brown.
Oh, for God's sake.
Just because you said that, you think I might know this one as well.
I mean, you will know this one. It's possibly the easiest question ever. Which snooker player was known as the Spaceman?
That would be the Coventry sausage, Dominic Dale.
The question may as well be, which snooker player looks like they're most likely to be on drugs? It's Dominic Dale. We all know it straight away.
Oh, this is great.
High as a kite, that bloke.
This is great.
What is that, 45?
45, yeah. 45.
The 11th red ball. And of course, I guess the rules of this game are, if you get all 15, that could be your high score, but you can't go above 15.
Yeah, true. Well, I guess you'd have to do the yellow, green, brown, blue, pink, black in sequence, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Okay, the snooker balls were originally made from ivory.
That's true.
That is true, annoyingly. Are you cheating, Joe?
No, genuinely not. Genuinely not. Why do I get accused of this? I never accuse you of cheating.
Because I never do this well. Look at the comments. Loopy style from Jim. Odyssey says, "What a run!" Like people, he might make a half century, Joe.
He might do, especially if he goes another brown.
No.
All the other colours are tied up, Tom.
You're going to make a maximum of browns at this rate.
He's been all over the table for this break. Come on.
Are you actually going for brown again?
Yes, I want the 50.
We've got John saying, "What a run from this young player." Very good. Banksy says, "Incredible
British
break."
Player.
147 incoming. I mean, it might be with these questions. What was the name of the BBC snooker game show first broadcast in 1991?
Big Break.
It was Big Break, yes. And there we go.
And this is a pretty big break, isn't it?
It is. It's half a ton up.
Hey. 12th thread. Come on.
The World Championship was once staged in America.
I mean, I assume this is false, but I don't actually know for certain.
Really, Joe? Well, Joe, you said false. I think maybe what you're forgetting is the World Championship in 1938.
Was it
No,
in
you're
New
not.
York? Oh, no,
No,
right,
it wasn't.
okay.
This is false. You're correct. It is
He's
nonsense.
just pulling me leg. He's
I
pulling
am.
me leg. Right, 51.
Crying. Oh, stupid game.
Well, with that last red, I think I developed the blue again. So let's go blue. Otherwise,
Good.
Tom will froth at the mouth forever.
Oh, for crying out! Which snooker player was known as the Tornado?
That would be a Tony Drago.
55.
56, actually.
56.
Come on. Get it right, Rob.
Here we go. This is very interesting, Joe. The Chaz and Dave record Snooker Loopy went to number 1 in the singles chart.
False.
False.
Hmm.
You think on the Snooker Loopy podcast, there's a lot of pressure on you to get this right, Joe? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It's correct. We have to write that wrong. When this podcast has finally got millions of listeners, we're going to get it to number 1. That's what we're going to do, Joe.
Yes, we are. 57.
57.
Let's go for another blue.
This shouldn't be called potluck. It should be called ridiculously easy, right over the pocket or something. Which snooker player was known as the Outlaw?
I mean, to be fair, they are picking players that we like. Do you know what I mean? That would be Joe Swale.
Correct.
62.
Oh my God. Right, 14th red, Joe. Steve Davis. You know Steve Davis?
It's not the nephew of Fred Davis, Tom.
No, but here's a question for you about Steve Davis, Joe. Steve Davis won Junior Pot Black before turning professional.
Junior Pot Black.
Steve Davis won Junior Pot Black before turning professional.
I think he turned professional in 79. I don't know this, but I'm going to go false.
Correct.
Get in.
He fluked that one. He wasn't even
did
going
fluke
for
that one.
pocket, but it's gone in.
He did fluke that one.
He tried to
What's
play
that,
the double.
63?
We got the treble. 63. Yeah.
Right, let's go for blue again.
For crying out loud. Oh, I don't know if I want to ask this question. What is the name of the official World Snooker Tour podcast?
Well, it should be Snooker Loopy podcast, but it isn't. The book will say the Snooker Club.
Correct. I think we should cross it out in our books.
Yeah, and we should have done it in Aiden's one as well. If we knew that was a question, we would have done that.
We would have done that, yeah.
68. I mean, this is a frame winning break.
It is. I've
doubled the previous best at the minute. Right, 15th red, last red, and then I've got to go in sequence. I really want to get there, so I have to go yellow, green, brown, blue, pink, black. But anyway, here we go.
I think you will get this final red, Joe.
You reckon?
It is possible to make a break of 155 using a free ball.
Oh, true.
Correct, that's true. That's all of the reds. So can you get a colour of the final red?
Let's go blue. Just so I can get position on the yellow, Tom. Come on.
I hate potluck. It's not potluck. It's bloody hell.
I've still got a chance of a century here, Tom. Come on.
The absolute sitters quiz book, they're saying in the chat. Absolutely, I agree.
How rude.
Jim
I don't
says,
think Tom would have done this well.
Jim says snookers. I would have done. Right, you asked me the questions. David Attenborough, Joe Swale.
Yeah, he would have said Richard Attenborough. So
False, true. I've got all the answers. Which snooker player is known as the Hitman?
that would be Michael Holt.
Yep.
Oh dear, 74. Right, I've just got to clear the colours for the ton now. Okay, yellow it is, Tom.
That as well. That's incredible you've done that.
What?
Well, the maths works out that all you need to do is clear the colours.
Well, yeah, that's why I've gone blue the last three. Otherwise, I'd have stuck on the brown.
Well, Joe, I think this one is going to trip you up because it's not like you're a maths teacher or anything.
Oh, God.
How many balls are on the table when a conventional frame of snooker starts?
I've had this question before in a pub quiz and got it wrong, so...
Exciting.
So you've got the 15 reds, you've then got the 6 colours, so we're on 21, but you mustn't forget the cue ball. So 22.
Correct. On to the green ball.
I think I said 22 in the pub quiz, but then they went with 21, so... Yeah.
What, you think they got it wrong?
Well, yeah, they said it was 21 because they went for the reds and the colours. But hey,
And
it is what it is. I'm not bitter.
You've clearly
76.
moved on, Joe.
76. Come on.
Which Scottish broadcaster has presented snooker on the BBC since 2001?
That would be Hazel.
Correct. Good evening, Hazel.
79.
Okay.
Another brown, Tom.
I hate these. It's like these browns are literally...
By the way, have you noticed my shirt today?
Oh, lovely. Is that new?
Yes, I ordered it a couple of weeks ago, hoping to go to the first lot of the Crucible with it, but I was going to go to the final in it, but then I wore the Smurf shirt instead. So, yeah. Well,
speaking of Shaun Murphy, Joe, which snooker player was known as Sheriff of Pottingham?
Oh, I don't remember Shaun Murphy being known as that. That would be Anthony Hamilton.
Yes, it is. Correct.
83.
Blue. Oh, this is actually a tough one, Joe.
Oh,
this could be...
I don't want a tough one.
This could be where the century breaks down. It's a really tricky blue. He didn't quite get position after the brown, and this is a really thin cut on the blue here.
He's on the cush.
What is the name of the army officer widely credited with having invented snooker?
I do know this, Neville Chamberlain, and there's another. The reason I know that is because of John Virgo's commentary in the WSC 2007, 2009, and 2011.
Briefly forgotten he'd mentioned it, and then I just remembered, and it's really irritating me. Actually, Joe, that's wrong. It's Sir Neville Chamberlain, apparently. Completely different person. Okay. You're on 88. The pink then.
I've already had one pink in this break, so let's see.
Who has been the chairman of the World Professional Billiards and Snooker Association since 2010?
Oh, since 2010. Oh, interesting. Well, I feel like if it was Barry Hearn, the answer that they're looking for, it wouldn't be a pink. So the other one that I'm thinking of is Jason Ferguson, but oh dear. It might be neither of them, because it's the world professional. Let's go for Jason Ferguson.
Correct. The pink is in.
Yeah.
Now, does he play for the black or does he end the break there?
No, he's down to play the black. I got black was one of the ones I got wrong, to be fair. So, yeah, this for the ton. 94.
Which referee used to be a bus driver in Sheffield?
Oh, for God's sake! Right, because he's from Sheffield.
Settle down now, please.
I'm gonna go Brendan Moore, because he was from Sheffield, but I don't actually know the answer to this.
This black to get into his first World Championship final. His hands on the table.
Oh no, it's Mark Allen.
Oh, and the referee there, Jan Verhaas, putting his hand up to silence the crowd as he pulls the cue back. And he sinks the black!
Yeah,
unbelievable, incredible stuff. Joe Hallard is into his first World Championship final with a cracking
cue ball going.
Turn up, amazing.
Wow, and technically I could still go on, Tom, but as per the rules,
it's done.
As per the rules, that is that. Ton up. Wow. I mean, to be fair, Tom, I was not expecting that. Dear me. Well, thanks for that, Tom. That will take some beating.
Oh, bless you. Fion's just left a comment saying, turn up. Thanks for the pod throughout the World Championships. Big up from Dominic Dale's #1 fan, Fion.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Fion, for that. Turn up. Yeah.
Jim says, incredible break from this young Chinese player.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you, everybody at home. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, Tom. But to be fair, the questions were well suited to a Snooker Loopy faithful, weren't they? You know, I don't think they were well suited to everybody, but to us, they were well suited. So,
do you just want to do maybe a Smurf 360 wave on your chair?
Yeah.
Love it.
Do the little nod for the ton up. Yeah. Well, there you go. What a way to end the championship, Tom. Or at least our daily roundups of the championship. We will be back for our roundup of the whole tournament on Wednesday morning. We've had 1,000 viewers tonight, Tom, which is absolutely incredible. We've got 61 people just after midnight listening to us waffle on. So thank you very much.
Those numbers are like 1985 all over again, Joe. Post-midnight audience. Incredible.
Absolutely. But we'll be back to do it all again next year, won't we, Tom? Daily podcasts and roundups and all of that. But the plan at the minute is to be a lot more regular throughout the year, and we'll try and do a couple more of those watch-alongs, because really enjoyed that for the semi-final this year. But any final words to the viewers and listeners, Tom, before we head off?
Well, just thank you everyone who's liked, who's commented, who's listened on Acast, who's subscribed on YouTube or Apple or wherever you get your podcasts or wherever you watch them. And if you've enjoyed this coverage every day, then if you fancy leaving us a review if it's on Spotify or Apple or anything like that. All that stuff does help, and I do occasionally see new ones pop up. There was one earlier this week, and it's always nice to see people are enjoying it, and I think it helps get more people to keep building this so it's bigger and better. And basically, we want it to be so big that they invite us on the BBC. That's what we're pushing for here. So
Yeah, I was just thinking, when BBC do their montage at the end with all the credits, I was like, lifelong goal is to be commentator, Joe Hannard, Tom Mayhew in there. One day we'll be there. And yeah, we can't thank you enough. It's been absolutely amazing. What a World Championship deciding frame. But it's wonderful Wu, One Visit Wu, who has clocked the lot, it would seem.
Absolutely. Well done, Wu. Well done, everyone. Good night, JV. What a lovely end it was from Hazel when she said that at the end, literally.
Yeah. And, well, just to touch on the JV tribute yesterday, caught up with that today. That was incredible. Dear John, we've uploaded it to the channel. I had a bit of a spree of some of the World Championship segments from the final, like the interview with Rob Spencer that I thought was really good, the sort of World Championship review, shots of the championship, all of that has gone up on the channel today because we really want to archive all of that in one place for everybody to find stuff. But yeah, there'll always be a gap. I wrote in the book of condolences on behalf of us, Tom, that there will always be a gap. And we'll certainly never forget him, and we will always talk of him on this podcast, and I'm sure you guys feel exactly the same. But yeah, the sort of bittersweet tournament, because it was a great tournament, but definitely missed that bit of JV, didn't it?
Absolutely. And also I think it showed how important Dennis is still having him there, because in terms of capturing that drama at the end, no one can sell it like Dennis. Dennis and JV were the top tier for a reason, and I think Dennis, if anything, lifted his game, I think, this World Championship to try and make up for the fact that we lost JV. And so I think he did a wonderful job, and he should be commended for that.
Absolutely. And well, it's another 6 months now until the UK Championship with snooker on the BBC, but plenty to enjoy before then. And yeah, we will be talking about all things coverage and all things at World Championship on our next podcast. Once again, big thank you to everybody, particularly everybody that has joined tonight, and to Fionn for the super chat as well. Anybody that's got involved in that. And we will see you for our big review on Wednesday morning. Catch you later.